What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for a little bit more of Porsche Cup because I had such a fun time the other night. I don't even remember how the other one went. I know we finished 12th. Gained SR, lost IR. All right, cool. We're going to see if we can maybe run a little bit better than that today. We'll hop right in. Hopefully we can get a lap or two of practice in to get everything warmed up, ready to rock and roll. We got about 5 minutes till session launches. I had so much fun, and again, I told you I was going to try to race this car at least 6 or 7 weeks and maybe once or twice a week at that if time allows. So here we go. We're going to go have a go again. The first one went pretty well. I think maybe we started about 12th and finished 12th. I don't remember exactly where we started. My start was awful. I remember that. My first half a lap, I think I probably lost 3 or 4 spots, but through some attrition, I think I made 1 or 2 legitimate passes. I think we ended up 12th, kind of by ourselves. So seemed like pretty much everybody in front of us was faster. Everybody behind us was a little bit slower, which is fine. It's kind of what we expected to be in the middle somewhere. Hopefully, again, we can kind of finish in the middle somewhere. I think that would be a success. So we'll see how this goes. Pretty straightforward. My goals are kind of just to learn a little bit more about the car, about the tire warm-up phase and how they wear. Make no mistakes. Another 0x finish would be great. I know I had some issues in qualifying and in the warm-up in the last one. That kind of hurt us a little bit for SR, not too bad, but a little bit. So a 0x is the goal. Not dying, obviously, is the key to that. Learned a little bit, and then honestly just get a better start. I don't know what that means, but it pretty much can't go worse than losing 3 spots immediately or whatever I did. So 205.3, got some pretty fast people in here. I felt comfortable if I nailed a lap at probably a mid 207, roughly. I'm also going to launch my trading paints again while we're doing this. I forgot about that. Really enjoy the car. Is it my favorite car I've ever driven? No, absolutely not, obviously. But it's pretty good. I like it. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to understand, pretty easy to drive. I'm carrying way too much speed. Did I miss my brake marker there? Did I like brake at the wrong number? That was very weird. What happened there? Cockpit, okay. What the hell did I just do? This is my brake marker right here. I mean, I was in there relatively deep, but not crazy, I didn't think. That was weird. Let's try that again. I know it's cold tires and stuff, but that was like, we're not stopping. There's no chance. That was very strange. You gotta make sure I do that right. Out here at roughly the speed we'd leave Hill Corner on the flyer, maybe not quite as fast. That was very strange. I know again that we have cold tires, cold brakes, everything. I swore that I was braking at 100 meters on hot tires, no problem. Yeah, I mean maybe I just botched that completely for some, I don't know what I did, but I digress. A little bit deep in there again. Cold tires, we're gonna have to just tiptoe, but I'm pushing it to find that limit right now on cold tires. You'll see how it plays out. Definitely cold tires there. The front end did not want to cut. Oh, big push there over the crest. The front to cut is the hardest part, especially in a rear engine car where all the weight's over the back. Got that one up here somewhere. Looks like he's gonna get towed. Big lockup from the car ahead. The nose pointed here, cut to the left side. Head up the hill here shortly. Towards the chase. We've been on the right side here. We've not been on the left side yet, so we'll have to play this by ear. It's going to lift for us. And they're a little bit deep on cold tires. I also saw him through the nose. Thought he could have been taking a look there. But again, probably just cold tires, made a mistake. We'll watch it back again. Where did our brake marker come in? Yep, we're maybe a little bit deep in there. Feel like we got stopped okay. Just, again, cold tires, not quite where we need to be. And not the brake bias that I'm going to run the race. That's the other important factor. How many tabs do I have up? Damn, alright. Where's trading paints? There it is. Again, maybe this is just my kind of default paint, but I couldn't recall that, so. Whatever, we'll go with this. So, hopefully TP works out. We can get a nice refresh here for the race. Look perhaps better, I don't know. Again, if I can qualify at like 208 dead, that'd be pretty solid. I think I can probably go a little faster than that if I did a full tire warm-up. We're not going to qualify for this. I'm just saying that theoretical. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, as I don't really know what to expect. Just gonna kind of have fun with it. Should be fun. I don't remember how many people we have signed up because I didn't look and it just closed the registration. So here we go. We'll get right into loading into the actual race, and then we will make sure we get the brake bias set, and then we won't worry about it for Q because again, there's a Q set in this series which I learned the other day, which is really cool. But we won't bother because we're not going to try the Q for performance or lap time or anything. We're just going to get the extra track time. So yeah, head out hopefully for half a lap or so of warm up. Not die, since apparently I continually am dying. But we made it all the way around to the chase that time, so at least there was only one corner left, Murray's, the final corner after the chase. So we didn't hit any walls that second attempt. We just were following that dude and got it mostly right. We are the 11 car out of 25. All right, let's get right into the warm up here. Maximize this time if we can. Don't want to warm up too much. Again, the first couple of corners are going to be on fresh cold tires, so a couple of notable names in here. Don't want to be the one to make the mistake and look like a fool. Again, we were pretty much right in the middle for iRacing's sake, so I guess a top 15 is kind of the goal here for this, with some attrition, keeping in mind if we aren't the attrition, obviously. That would be bad if we are. Change the goals a little bit. I think we probably have about 15 place speed in the field. 25 would be my assumption. Again, by no means am I the full Pontiac Solstice 6K. But that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. That's why the alts exist, so we can run fun stuff like this and learn and enjoy it and have fun and get better for the future. So definitely need that little more rear brake. You can feel it right there. We're just starting to slide and plow down the front, over the crest of Skyline. So try not to plow it out into that wall at the end of Forest Elbow this time. We did a couple times. Just barely touched it, but it was definitely contact. I went back and looked at my replay. I don't know what exactly happened. There was the weird part. I mean, it didn't register car contact, obviously, but I don't know why it plowed out like that. It was very, very strange. This time we will get stopped for the chase here, just barely, on the cold tires. Every little bit helps, though. We have people taking the jump behind us. That's interesting. All right. Ready to head out here. Do we recognize any other big names? Marcin is a guy that's done some YouTube and some streaming for sure. There are like no Americans in this. There's one. Shannon behind us. Texas. Dylan, Texas. Will Robinson, California. So there's like 4 Americans. All right. Anybody else we recognize right off the bat? Doesn't look like it. All right, we'll hop right out for Q and the Q set then. Not going to worry about brake bias or anything since we don't care. So take our black flag here for the incorrect pit exit. And a couple of laps. Make sure we don't die. lot of load there through the rear tires when you're really pushing through the elbow, especially late exit. You finally get the nose pointed, you just go back and slide. Hope you don't burn them up too bad. Much smoother there into the chase that time. Pretty precise actually, especially for the relatively cold tires. Happy with that one. Love the front lock up there on the left front. He's in there just slightly deep, not going to harm anything. Obviously, again, not going for lap, just notable. I do feel very comfortable again, knowing that I'm not fast is kind of a relief in some ways. Like you just go out there and drive and have fun and enjoy it and learn. And there's no pressure to run well because we're not trying to run too terribly well, and B, I know there's no chance. I do not have pro level skills, probably in any car at this point, other than the Solstice, which of course is retired. And it's just fun to go out here and run laps, and learn from some really fast guys, very talented drivers. Enjoy the fact that we are nowhere near them. So I shouldn't say that. We're not nowhere near them. We're, you know, let's call it 2.5 seconds off, which are on a track like this difficulty, and for the skill they have is admirable. I think at least, you know, average. I think we're above average in this car. We might be in a scale of, you know, 0 to 100, probably 65 or 70 as far as the skill level goes. In this car particularly, but that'll grow. Goal is by the end of the season is to kind of be 75, 80 in that range, where we can, you know, beat some actual drivers that don't make mistakes at some point. Continue to learn and get better, and some tracks will be better than others. Some tracks that are newer to me or that I haven't raced at very much, especially in cars like this, are going to be struggles. But that's why we're doing it. We're here to have fun. We're here to learn. We're here to make some good content, race with friends, like I said the other day. So should be enjoyable. This lap has been pretty smooth so far, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what it looks like at the end. That was not very good. Alright, so I thought it was okay, but it was actually really bad. I did just get home from work, so if it's really slow and I'm really bad, my excuse is going to be that I am very much not, you know, warmed up, ready to go. I've not been racing all afternoon or anything like that, but that's just an excuse. It makes no difference. So. This car, again, being relatively heavy with rear aero and having a rear engine, obviously. It's all about getting the nose turned in effectively and quickly. So it seems like lifting off earlier is actually beneficial to that in most scenarios. It's still, it's not foolproof or anything, it's still tricky, but it seems like to get the nose turned in how you need, you have to be a little bit proactive with it, so. Slight lock up there at the elbow, nothing too crazy. Again, that wall touch, it doesn't count. I felt it, didn't show up anything, so whatever. Maybe it's just a part of the wall they know is going to get hit a lot, or maybe this car just has a weird hitbox over on the front tires or something. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it hurt us in the last race. Maybe cosmetically just a little bit. It didn't hurt us there, so whatever. This lap looks like the other one was, I don't know, roughly 210 dead maybe. So that's more like a 208 206 or 208.7, which I think is good enough. How much do we got? About a minute here. We'll keep going. Maybe a little bit extra bit of SR is good. So the pole the other night was 204.9. Oh god, 203.4. It must be a little bit cooler, but still. Multiple guys in the 203s, 4 guys sub 205. That's pretty nuts. Even if it is a little bit cooler, I don't even remember what the track temp was the other night. That was 2 nights ago. And it's kind of irrelevant because it's not going to help me anyway. So I do need to keep in mind though, if I go a little bit faster, if I go mid 207 pretty easily, it is a little bit cooler. But nonetheless, I think we're probably going to qualify, what, 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. So towards the back at least, out of field 25, nothing too crazy going to happen. Behind us, hopefully, we'll just have the other focus forward, be nice and patient, be nice and smooth. The first couple of corners, that's where all the death happens. Once we get up to here at McPhillamy Park, and then we'll cross over the skyline up over this next little straight. Once we get to here, it's pretty straightforward as long as everybody gets a procession versus trying to fight. So, yep, down to 21st it looks like for now. How many guys ahead didn't qualify? Basically none. We were the first non-qualifier actually, so top 10 all qualified. Everybody except one sub 208, so I guess that's going to be kind of the minimum. And we're going to have to get some freebies from some death, and I anticipate at least 1 or 2 of the guys behind us to be faster. So we'll play it by ear. Is everybody connected? Looks like they are. And we are ready to rock and roll. Oh, let's change the brake bias. Forgot about that. How could you forget about that? 43 worked the other night. We're not going to fix it if it isn't broken. And again, we're not anywhere near fast enough for it to make a difference at all. So don't need any fuel or windshield tire off or tires or anything, because if we die in this car, we are going to be big dead anyways. So good time to practice a start. Looks like last place is all the way around the corner. Looks like actually any further back than this would be on the corner. So 21st is the farthest back you want to start at Bathurst. Noted. Be ready to rock and roll. Let's see if we can get a little better start this time. See how that plays out. This car hooks up pretty well, but not perfectly. Again, most people use a dual clutch. I don't have that, so we'll just wing it. 23rd and 24th we're waiting for behind us. Maybe 17th and 18th in front of us at least. So yeah, I guess goal is 15th, but 15th to 20th I guess is acceptable if there's no death. If we just have pace and can move up from where we start, I think that's a win. So try to finish top 20 I think would be an okay result, honestly, all things considered. But if we get some more freebies than that, if there's some death, then 15th is still a good result if 3 or 4 people die. So if everybody goes green and clean and we don't have any death, I'd like to move up 1 spot is what I'm trying to say. So all right, are we getting close to it? Yes, we are. All right. There we go. Not a great start there. A little bit of wheel spin. Again, single clutch only is what I got, so that's what we're working with here. Not going to chuck it up the inside hill corner or anything. Still got a car over there to the right. It's going to have some tow here and some run on me. We'll get a little bit of tow. Yeah, we're not going to fight this too terribly hard here. If he gets a run and wants to go, by all means, go nuts. Nice and chill up here. Did miss the line big time out in the marbles, so we got some death. Looks like just 1 car. Dylan Archer. Alright, so we're to the back now. Gave up those 2 spots that we probably shouldn't have, but whatever. Got 1 back, so I guess it's fair. Alright, now we see what we can do from the back, which I guess is an interesting place to be. But just be smart and smooth and patient, not die, and then we'll hopefully have some pace to come back on some of these guys at the tail end. 12 laps, like I said, roughly not quite half an hour, I guess we figured out the other night, so. Take care of our tires, take care of everything, the bodywork, not making any mistakes, and we'll be at least somewhat in the hunt, hopefully, so. Not going anywhere down here, so might as well just tuck in line. So Dylan did get going again, about 4.5, 5 seconds behind. So that means we're going to be, I guess, 23rd on the road currently. Still no death though, so the first lap everybody gets through it pretty straightforward. Other than Dylan, I don't know if he just spun the tires over that curve or what. The leaders obviously through the chase, they're way up there already. Push there. We got people all over the place. We'll get one back there again from Alice. Alright, so a couple freebies here in the first lap or so. I guess I think it's 23rd, 22nd, 22nd. We started 21st. We're down 1 with a couple spins to 22nd. I think 2 guys behind there. Well on the way faster than where we're at, so they'll come back through at some point here. We just got to try to hang on to a little bit of this draft pack if we can, and hope that we can come back on some more people towards tail end. Or if not, you know, that happens, so be it. So a little bit of front lockup by me there. That was not the slickest thing I've ever done. Still moving though. Battling behind us from second to last. It's always quality. Like I said, pretty good field this appeared to be for the 11 car, even at 3,500 over there. That's 10 cars above that's a pretty stout field, which is why I wanted to get in this race instead of letting it get later like I did the other night. So, no mistakes isn't the biggest surprise. I mean, there were a couple spins that we saw 2 guys behind us, but no major issues, no big pile-ups, nobody rushing into this or anything. So, I guess that's to be expected in the field of this. Behind definitely faster. They won't be here before too terribly long. Big group in front of us though. People all over the place. Big line of cars that we're just barely hanging on the back of. Not quite maybe, so. I still think we'll see both some death and some mistakes as there's someone that locked up going straight through the chase here. Looks like it may have been Marcel. It was. Some death. Alright. Couple freebies there. Looks like we got 3 out of that. So that's up to 18 maybe.
Move in front of me like a leader before the braking zone. I was just shooting.
Get one back there immediately. Marcel and Alice and Dylan. That little bit of toe. How much room do you need, mate? Christ. I mean, I'm literally on the fucking curve. I don't know how many lanes you need. Looks like Marcel has another issue there. Alright, so it looks like most people that crashed got away with it. And we gave most of those spots back just because I didn't want to be around Dylan as he squeezed me up literally over the curb. He's making door-to-door contact as I'm already on the curb, so that's always fun. Leighton Cook coming behind us, not someone I'm familiar with, but we'll probably guess down the Conrad Straight if I had to guess here. Bit of a yellow flag, someone's parked somewhere, crashed a car. Looks like they may have towed, nope, there they are. A little bit of front tire lockup, too crazy. That one too terribly hard. Again, you have to run. We're not fighting for speed or anything, so it's like Carlos is giving up, so that's not last. That's good. So we gave most of those spots we got freebies back, but again, we're still kind of in the mix here. We can make more mistakes, and I don't feel comfortable racing some of these people that just don't have a clue. So. More front brake lock up there. That was sloppy in turn 1. Still 21st though. Has not been the performance I hoped, but again, when you're racing some of these higher splits like this, that's what you're going to get. So I'm probably more like 2500 IR skill level in this car. So probably should not be in this split for sure at a track like this where it's so easy to make mistakes that are costing other people, not just yourself. So that's alright, still having fun, enjoying the car. Enjoying the track, and I'm actually learning a little bit about some of these people race like in this car, so that's always beneficial. A little bit inside curb there, which you want to avoid if you can. I mentioned it the other night, I love this track. Mount Panorama is just gorgeous, super technical, super fun. To get it right is so rewarding, especially on a car like this or a car like a supercar. It's such a tricky car to get everything out of, which I know that I do not, but I mean just to get the feeling of getting everything out of it as you're pushing. It's just a wonderful feeling, wonderful track. It's super fun in a great car like this, so. Always enjoy getting to circle this one when there's a cool car track combination here. Big lock up there. Is someone dead up here? Looks like it. IME from 10th. A little bit passive in there. That was not my best entry there. Slightly better lap though. 209 flat. That's not awful. A little bit deep in there that time though. Just sloppy. It's not bad or anything, just a little bit sloppy. But every little bit's what counts in this, so.
How? Where?
It's P20 though.
One lane moved the block with that. I'm fucking moving in front of me again in the braking zone.
Oh, Hunter looks like he's blocking late. That's always good. Getting some death. Death and calamity. Name of the game in this series, I've heard sometimes, so always gotta be ready for it all the way through the end. Decent body part there. Still kind of sort of within range, 2.5 seconds or so, and these guys ahead of us as they're weaving all over the place trying to protect, which is interesting for 17th. Have roughly 2 seconds back to Marcel and Jaime back there, so nice little cushion that we've got that we're hanging in right now. Hopefully these guys can keep battling and give them a little bit more time to be there to capitalize if any mistakes or anything happen. So it's the goal now. A little bit of curb there, entry to the chase. A little bit of a slide. Car got just slightly unhappy. Lock up ahead there from late, went wide. That's a spin from home. Who I guess everybody's happy with for them. 208.9, so we found a little more time. Again, a little sloppy through turn 1 there, but
that was some beautiful self-inflicted coming.
IME is catching us back quite a bit. Probably have us by Conrad. time me is able to get us down here by the chase or not. We're just gonna have to wait until the run off a hill corner up through up to Gordon. Apparently there's gonna be a big send there, which is cool. I guess that's better than plowing me over. Maybe I'm just not knowing where to brake in this car, how to maximize it. That's actually probably the case. Regardless, we didn't die. Still going. Alright, see if we can use this tow a little bit here up the straightaway to help us. Just a little bit. Just need a little bit. Much better exit there with some of this tow will actually probably be good. We know Marcel has no patience. He didn't have any patience last time, so to be aware of that here as we go. Oh, Marcel died. Alright. Alright. Lost the nose up through there just slightly. Touched the grass, cost us a couple dents, but we're still okay. Not great, but we're still okay. Definitely lost a couple tenths though. Push her to end this lap, see if we can get the best lap on the board. We're up just a little bit. Lose some more down here. See if we can make up a little bit into the chase. Knowing that we lost maybe 2 tenths at the top of the hill there. Just about perfect, as late as I dare. Without being really sketch, made up a couple more tenths. Alright, well that was sketchy as all hell. A little bit of a sloppy last corner there, we're just dropping the wheel over the curb ever so slightly. And that along with the mistake over up the hill. Turn 5, 6, whatever it was. Probably cost us a 2:07.7, probably, let's call it. But not the worst pace ever. We got 5 to go. It's probably the best lap I'll be able to hit in this one. That slight assistance from the tow. 8.5 seconds back, no pressure. We're up to P20, which was kind of my original benchmark, and there hasn't really been a lot of deaths, so. Haven't really quite been faster in any way, but we've made less mistakes and been more smooth, so there's something to say for that. And it's ever so slightly here, just rolled out wide, looked at the grass wrong, and that was all she needed through there. Section's so tricky. Little better exit there, half a tenth. A little bit slightly late turn in there, probably cost us another half a tenth or so. Just slightly late, we're talking, inches. The car slowed a little bit better in there. 22, pretty consistent. I do get the feeling that to get the most out of this car, you do really have to push it to and occasionally beyond the limit, though. There's no riding around, hanging out, nothing like that in this car. It's all or nothing. Either die or you go fast, so that's okay. We got a nice 12-second gap now. Something must have happened to the dude behind, so 4 to go. That should be plenty without any mistakes here by me, which I don't plan to make ever, but specifically in this scenario where we're just kind of hanging out in no man's land again. But that's okay. Same thing there, pushed out just ever so slightly too wide. Lose the grip in the road, and then you're in no man's land. Very scary, very dangerous, as I showed the first time. Front two still going at it. They've left James kind of behind, but front two still fighting nose to tail. They're probably going to be both 8K plus would be my assumption here, just based on reading this race. All right, 3 to go here, and a bit. Next week for the series is Road Atlanta. You will see a couple of those. I believe Carb Cup is Daytona and Pickup Cup is Phoenix. I believe that's what's on the cards. A little bit of front lockup again there. And slid the rear tires, not pretty. Still in the 208, so we're not running awful laps. We're just not very fast, obviously. We're thereabouts of being, you know, worthy of being in this split, I'd say. If you can't run in a sub 208, you're not worthy of being in this split with these guys at least, which, again, without that couple of mistakes, I would have done easily 2 or 3 tenths. So. We deserve to be in this split. We just don't deserve to be like competing or actually racing anybody, because we are not at that level to be consistent at that pace, nor do we have the racecraft in this car yet. Looks like something's dead up here. Or at least spun, may not be dead, but looks like it was late. See how bad their car is. It's the red car up there. Frank Steffen's out, who was behind us already, if I recall correctly. I believe that to be the case. Kind of a nice 3-car battle going on there behind us. The last 3 cars running. Looks like Sven is maybe started from the pits or something. I remember seeing that car starting behind us, but not what happened. Artificial gaining on the car ahead, who's already pulled back 2 seconds to that gap, so sloppy down the hill that time for me, just slight mistakes, and it compounds because it's such a rhythm section, such flow. But again, 2 laps here in a bit, not trying to do anything crazy silly, just hanging out, learning, having fun, which we are doing. Right over the crown in the middle. Not the fastest way, but the safest way, it doesn't really matter. You do have to reteach your brain after you drive this here, or anything that has, you know, real brakes and downforce and whatnot. Anything other than a stock car, basically, you have to reteach yourself how to drive the V8 supercar. That was a sloppy gear change, though. We didn't need to go up that quickly. I was talking and not paying attention. 2 to go. V8 supercar, for how well it handles and brakes for what it is, it does not handle or brake well at all compared to a true road racing car, I'll say. Need the extra gear change there to help with the engine braking just a little bit. Not that matters again. But yeah, so this car obviously is not known for massive grip like a GT3 car or a GT1 or LMP car or anything like that, obviously. But significantly more grip than this thing has, turning, braking ability, and all those things. And yet at the same time, this has significantly more of all those things than the V8 supercar has. V8 supercar might as well be a tank and a brick to everything that's not a NASCAR style stock car that's designed to go in one direction, you know. So it's an aero brick I mean, big brakes, but not that big of brakes. Very minimal aero for the most part. Just an interesting beast, that's for sure. And around here especially, just about the most demanding track you can think of for those cars. And obviously in September here, about 3 months, not quite 3 months, we have the Bathurst 1000 that tentatively I will be driving in. Hopefully we'll be able to record that one again for everybody with Spencer is the plan right now. We'll see if that comes to fruition. We'll see how that plays out, but it should be fun. Alright, Lear's going to be getting the white flag here. I will be there about 30 seconds. Still cruising, still 13 seconds behind. Nothing happening behind us, plenty of space in front of us for any calamity that goes on.
I'm sorry about that, man. I really don't mean to.
Yeah, my suspension's broken.
Ah, someone's suspension's broken. Interesting. Well, we get a last lap freebie here from 20th, which is kind of where my benchmark was to finish, so you would take this.
You could give the position back. That would be cool.
Dylan Archer, give positions back. Never. That mofo will run you over a random ass curve for no reason for like 18th place. Pinch you off and put himself at massive risk of death. If I wanted to, I could have junked us both. Mostly him. Both of us. Because God forbid, you don't finish 10th. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do? So, again, that's the kind of thing you learn with some of these people. They're all take, no give. Which I understand. That's kind of what this series is about. You find a lot of success that way, but you also make enemies. You put yourself to be crashed. So, we'll remember that. Probably not, but maybe. I usually remember names pretty well, but I mean, nothing happened. There was no instance, so not the craziest thing in the world. Just take it nice and smooth here on the final lap. Down the hill, no mistakes, plenty of gap, no pressure. Turned in nice and smooth to the elbow for the final time. Looks like it ended up being a bigger gap there. Maybe the 2 car made an error, or hit a wall, or made a mistake or something, or there was contact with the lead. But the 1 car does win over the 3 car. Good for them, good to see. You're losing the grip. Oh, I misread that. You're losing the grip at the front. It's 10. I'm like 10 what? 0.0% of my tires left. I don't know why I read that incorrectly like that, but 1 more corner to go through Murray's.
Yeah, that one was possibly for me.
All right. I'll take it. P20. Again, a rather boring race. People behind us all kind of crashed. People in front of us were at least a little bit faster, but we made it. We didn't die. 0X, who's Dylan Archer, this guy. Oh, he's one of the Americans, Texas. Well, damn. Maybe we will see him then, but he finished 10th, so I guess good for him for driving back through up there after the first lap spin. But don't be such a dick next time, sir. Cost the other American, Shannon there, one of the other Americans, 15th. All right, so we were kind of hanging out by ourselves, but that's okay. P20, it happens. It was fun, so nothing else matters. All right, we'll wait for our results here, and then we will wrap this puppy up. I don't know if Trading Paints ever started working. It looks like it's up, but you never know. Can I have my results yet, please? Who's online? Ah, Chisnell. B fixed race. Good for him. We'll see how that went for him. Clear this out. Did we get SR? We did. 0.17. Oh, that was a 3500 SOF. Single split. Interesting. That can't be right. The other one just must not be done yet. Lost 50 I rating, or 49 technically. But, I'm surprised. 7500 there for the 1 car. I figured he'd be certainly an 8K. Never know with people like this. 2042 though. That's flying pretty well. Those guys are super fast. All the fast guys at 205 dead or faster. pretty crazy up at the front. So obviously they're pretty much aliens in this car specifically. Dylan Archer, 3K, pretty standard, was super fast, but made the mistake, died. We would go from 3,500 roughly down to 34.27. 20th place, not that happy with it. We ran 208 dead, which wasn't that fast, but again, with those mistakes, could have been at 207.7, which would put us kind of right on the people that didn't have heavy damage, right with their fastest laps, which is roughly 2,500 SOF pace. So, um, yeah, we'll take it. I guess I've had worse races, that's for sure. Worse finishes, definitely. So, yeah, I guess we'll take that one and we'll chalk it up and as a learning one and move on to the next. So. I had fun. I don't care what anybody else says. I had fun. That's what it's all about. So it was enjoyable. Make sure you drop a like and a sub down below. Don't want to miss any action from iRacing, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, NASCAR Dirt Daytona, or anything else I may post as usual. So that's going to be that. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and a great upcoming week. Till next time, bye.